I'm Len Casper, the voice of the White Sox Radio Network. The Sox are right here on 92.3 FM in DeWitt County, WHOW.
Brought to you by Piatt County Collision Center, the State Bank of Bement's Monticello location, Dubson Heating and Cooling, and Kirby Medical Center in Monticello.
Hey, this is Todd Gleason from Illinois Extension here with a time change for our daily market report on WHOW. You can now catch our daily review of the commodity markets at 5:06 on all of WHOW's many platforms. You'll still hear all of our commodity analysts and weather professionals each afternoon, but at a brand new time. And you'll still hear the weekly wrap-up of the commodity markets right here on WHOW when Commodity Week airs Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. Remember the time change for the daily closing market report on WHOW at our new time, 5:06 p.m. weekdays.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio this morning is Chris Shaffer with the Clinton Community Education Foundation. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
And happy summer. How's your summer going?
It's going great.
Good to hear. Thanks for making time for us and coming out and talking about all things CCEF. And when you talk about education, Chris, this is kind of the time of the year we reflect and put a bow on the year that was in education. And, you know, the CCEF, we were chatting. It sounds like you all seem to follow the calendar of the school. You know, things kind of pick up for you when the kids get back in the buildings and those teachers are starting to learn the things they need in their rooms and, you know, the ways you can help out the district. Just speak to just, you know, what the summer looks like for the CCEF then.
Absolutely. It's sort of a time to regroup. We reappoint our board member. So if anybody's interested in joining our board, we're looking for members all the time to help with this great group. We'll be kicking off in August with helping with the financial literacy program at the Clinton Elementary Schools. So, but until then, we're just taking care of our normal business and wrapping up the year.
Sure. Well, what were some of the highlights from this past school year, Chris? What did the CCEF do?
Well, recently, spring is probably our busiest time of the year, and that's because we do Derby Days, we interview great candidates for scholarships, and we do present the scholarship awards at the Gold Star Award program. So we've been busy recently just doing that. So.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's go back to Derby Day. You know, what a great time. It was, you know, once again, I felt like well attended. There was a lot of fun. Just great stuff. Highlight Derby Day.
Absolutely. We had a pretty good turnout. We had about 50 people come and support CCEF. We had the race was fun to watch. It was super close, so that was exciting.
Closest ever, right?
I think so. Anyway, it was photo finish, I guess. And then we followed it by a Derby Day themed dinner. We offered all kinds of opportunities and ways to help support CCEF during the evening. We had basket auctions and we had a raffle sale. We had mane and tail, and overall, we did great. We raised about $5,600 for CCEF, and all of the monies raised go to all of the great things that we do in this organization.
Yeah.
And
do you earmark those for anything specific that you do?
You know, we do so many different things. We have a lot of scholarships, and many of those are endowed. In other words, money has been donated by families, and those money are put in funds and invested. So we don't have to raise money for that. But we do need to raise money for things like our classroom grants, which is where we give out tons of money to all the teachers, all grade levels, all schools, to help them enrich students' lives by giving them the extra cash so they can do cool things. We pay for dual credit courses, so high school seniors or juniors and seniors can get college credit, up to 12 credit hours, I think, by taking dual credit classes. And we also pay for AP testing, which is wonderful. The high school offers a lot of AP courses, and we pay for the testing fees, which really helps them give a leg up in regards to getting a head start.
Sure.
Financial literacy is sponsored by First National Bank, and we help facilitate that. We have volunteers, and that's a program that's conducted at the Clinton Elementary School, where young kids are offered the opportunity to save money and learn about the importance of saving money. And it is a ton of fun. It really is a ton of fun. We recently helped fund the Challenger Space Learning Lab, and I think that's all of the sixth graders, and they enjoy that program immensely so, and get a lot of great exposure and experience with that. We also are a sponsor of the Central Illinois Creating, it's a CEO program for high school students. And they said just recently at one of our meetings, Mr. Nettle said it was the best year ever. And they had so many applicants for this next upcoming year, they had to turn some folks away. So it's a unique opportunity for students who are exploring a business career field.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Very good. So when it comes to some of these opportunities, I want to highlight some of these in particular. You know, let's just, you talked about the classroom grants and the scholarships. I think that's probably mostly what the CCEF is known for. If you don't mind, just kind of recap the classroom grants from this past year and what those kind of look like on a year-to-year basis.
Absolutely. Every year, we open it up for teachers to apply for classroom grants. And, man, they come up with some wonderful ideas, things that are really unique to help enrich their students' experiences. And we are always thrilled to be able to go into classrooms and present checks to teachers so that they can do fun things with their students. It's really exciting. I love being on the prize patrol. And, this year we gave over $20,000 in classroom grants.
Was that a record year for you all?
Yeah, that was a record year for us, very definitely. Just some really, really cool things that we were able to award. I'm trying to think.
What is the purpose of the classroom grants?
It's literally, teachers, the budget isn't big for these extra things that they would like to do in their classroom. And so they come up with these very creative ideas, or they need special equipment or something to just facilitate their great ideas. For example, one of the teachers always does a volcano lab, and every fifth grade student, I think, gets to do this, but she needs supplies to do this, and the budget doesn't allow. So we help her out so that she doesn't have to shell out $800 so that she can give these kids a fun learning experience.
Yeah, and it's just little things like that.
Absolutely.
Some of the shops or the labs, they need improvements, and the budget just maybe doesn't provide
exactly
what they need for those things, and it would just enhance that experience for that student in those classrooms. So.
Yeah, like family consumer science, they needed some additional sewing machines, so we gave them funds for that, and the teachers are just very purposeful, and they really put in for very meaningful equipment, resources, I think, and we are so glad to be able to help them out.
Sure. So record classroom grant year, which is great. What made that possible to be able to have a record year like this?
Well, absolutely. We do a late fall, winter campaign where we solicit funds from people in the community. And let me tell you, Clinton community is very supportive of everything we do in CCEF. We cannot thank folks enough. Just for an example, we had over 21 sponsors for the Derby Days. Gosh, that's just awesome. We raised about $10,000 in our winter mailing campaign. We just send out cards soliciting information, and they send their money in. And that enables us to do an awesome job with classroom grants.
Definitely. Let's dive into scholarships. Like I said, it feels like that's one of the big things you're known for as well. How about scholarships this year, Chris?
Well, every year it is so interesting. People are coming to us and they're wanting to add to our scholarship opportunities. We're up to over 8 different scholarships. There's a couple more in the works. And so we're just really, really fortunate to be able to have these funds to help these kids go to college without maybe some, a little bit of financial help. We don't pay the whole way, but we certainly give them some money to whatever, have a good footing.
So. Sure. And then, of course, those are highlighted at your Gold Star Banquet, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you mentioned that was a good one this year as well. When is the Gold Star Banquet each year?
It's in May. It was May 14th, and we were pleased to present over 21 different scholarships through our organization. So
That's fantastic.
It is amazing.
That's
Yeah.
great stuff. Excellent. Chris Shaffer, Clinton Community Education Foundation, our guest in studio here for today. You know, it's been a while since we've been able to highlight. You talked about the dual credit courses and AP testing that you provide the opportunity for. For folks at home that may not realize that is a tremendous thing that you do for students. Why is that? Why is that so meaningful?
Absolutely. What it is that students can take courses at Richland Community College, and they only pay $50. We pay the rest of their tuition, and so they can take up to 4 classes and go to college with about 12 college credits ahead of the game for a mere $200, and that's a heck of a bargain.
Yeah, it really is. That's great stuff, and they can really get a leg up with that.
Absolutely,
It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing how much of a jump start they get on their college education with that opportunity.
Yeah, and then that affords them the ability to take other classes sooner, so that they can enrich their college experience as well.
Yeah, have you been? And I know you've only been with the CCEF a few years, but have you, whether it's secondhand or firsthand, heard of that opportunity being meaningful to a point of like maybe an individual graduates early, maybe they get into the workforce faster than they would have otherwise? What have you come to learn about what this opportunity provides students?
Well, what I do know is in doing the scholarship interviews, a lot of the students talked about the fact that the AP classes offered through Clinton Community School and the opportunity to do to Richland was very beneficial for them. And I don't have any good stories about early graduation or anything, but everyone who does participate has been thankful for that opportunity. Give them a leg up.
I'm sure they have. Helps parents a lot.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So that's great stuff. And it's quite an undertaking for the school at the same time.
Absolutely. Yeah, we work. The student services folks do a wonderful job in helping negotiate all of that, because that's really under their bailiwick. We provide financial support, but they're the ones who do all the legwork to make that happen.
And definitely. Very good. Well, Chris, I look at the clock. We could use a break. Best way for folks to learn about the Clinton Community Education Foundation?
Probably is to go to our website. We have a great website. It's ccef15.org.
Easy enough. You on social media at all?
Yeah. Check us out on Facebook as well, Clinton Community Education Foundation,
Very
and follow
good.
us.
Yeah, very good. Give them a follow for sure. Chris Shaffer with the Clinton Community Education Foundation is our guest in studio. More to come with Chris on the morning show.
WHOW.
More than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio for their news, weather, sports, and a community connection. It's the backbone of the emergency alert system. It's critical that we keep AM radio in cars, because when cell and internet services are down, this free emergency service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Hey there, it's Raimi Miller, personal and business coach, and also owner of Run Deep Coaching, and a Taylorville native now living in the Northern Illinois area. I have the pleasure of helping people strengthen their relationship with themselves and others virtually, no matter where they are. Seeing what's possible for people is the highlight of my job. For example, I support people through job transitions, relationship changes, and developing new habits. Recently, I hosted a workshop and people walked away with hope, courage, feeling worthy and seen. I would love to connect with you. Feel free to reach out for a virtual complimentary 60-minute conversation to see if it's a good fit to work together one-on-one, or we can just simply discuss any upcoming events. My website is www.rundeepcoaching.com. That's www.rundeepcoaching.com. I am sending you so much support.
Hi, this is Connie at Love It Once More Thrift Store in Clinton. This month, our whole store is on sale because your total purchase is 10% off. Come check out our huge selection of adult, kids, and summer clothes. And remember, everything is 10% off. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or DivaDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Ryan Utterback with Utterback Real Estate. It's greening up out there.
Time to work on my golf game.
And a perfect time to make that big move.
Like when my ball moves towards that tree. Oh, geez. 4.
And that's why you're the other Ryan.
Call
Call Utterback Real Estate or click their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Again, Chris Shaffer, Clinton Community Education Foundation, in studio with us here for this morning. Chris, we talk a lot about just the opportunities that the Education Foundation offers. It's not it's not possible without folks that step up to volunteer to help do these things and sift through the applications for teacher grants and help work through the applications for the scholarships, put on Derby Day,
Right.
do all these things. So let's talk about your board. What's the makeup of your board right now? Do you need board members? What does it look like?
Yeah, absolutely. We have about 8 board members right now, and we have a great group of dedicated folks. But we could use about 7 or 8 more. We would love to have more folks who would join us. We meet once a month. We do some fundraising, and we do organize some things, but like Derby Days, but the scholarship interviews, the classroom grants, that is super fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing better than getting to interview these bright young men and women and hear about their hopes and dreams. And I tell you, the group of scholarship interviews, that is one of my greatest things to be able to do, honestly.
Really?
Absolutely. It is. We've got some great folks here in Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
And then the teacher grants, there's nothing better than sorting through those and then making those surprise announcements throughout the school and letting teachers know that they've been selected.
Sure. Maybe someone doesn't step up, Chris, because maybe they don't have the time. They say, I've only got, at best I could give this group an hour a month, and that's really all I can offer. Or, I don't know about teaching. I don't know anything about leading kids. The various reasons people say they can't do this. Why should they reconsider?
Oh, just to be a part of a neat organization. Honestly, our meetings are about 1 hour a month. And just a few times during the year, we need to put in a little bit more extra work. So if you have, 50 hours a year that you could give to CCEF, you could really make a great big difference, I think. So
Sure. What do you ask of a board member that, maybe they've only got that 1 hour a month or, but they can say, I could probably spare a few extra hours to help plan.
Absolutely.
What does planning look like? What does preparation for some of these events demand?
What we do is we sign up for various committees, and so you would only be responsible for whatever committee that you're on. Some committees don't take much time, some committees take more time. And so you could select a committee that would meet your time constraints. But just having input and ideas, connections through the community, anything like that could help enhance what CCEF is able to do.
Sure, very good. Well, Chris, if someone is interested in becoming a board member with the Clinton Community Education Foundation, how do they do that?
Contact any board member, and we are listed on our webpage, which is ccef15.org. And come and join us at a meeting. Check it out. See what you think. And if it sounds like a good fit for you, we would love to have you join. But we want you to, come check us out and find out what it's all about.
Can they just sit in on a meeting
Absolutely.
to watch and learn?
Absolutely, anytime.
Very good. Where do you meet? When do you meet?
Usually we meet in the superintendent's office conference room, but the power is out right now. So we are camping out at the 4-H kitchen for the next few months, but usually it's in the superintendent's office conference room. Yeah.
There you go. Very good. So be a part of that if you're interested. And anybody, a point of contact or anything, Facebook or one of the socials?
Yeah, any of that, or call me, Chris Shaffer, 309-826-1955. I'll be glad to get you connected.
Very good. Well, Chris, I'll tell you what. Let's talk a little bit about getting ready for kind of next year and moving into the new year. Anything new for the CCEF? What does the summer, springing into the fall, what does that look like for you folks?
Well, we have to approve our budget, and we align our officers, and we're basically on sort of a status hold until August, September rolls around. And then we kick back in with helping out with banking and putting together our fundraiser. So, yeah.
You mentioned the banking thing. I want to get to that after we talk about just first day of school. Do you do much for the schools system there?
Absolutely. The first day of school for the teachers, we try to make a little goodie bag for the teachers to say thank you for your support. We also remind them about classroom grants, and we also invite them to participate in payroll giving to help out the CCEF, and our teachers are very generous in supporting CCEF through payroll giving.
Sure, very good. So when it comes to, again, you talk about just the fundraising, I wanted to ask this, I meant to circle back to it, Derby Day, is that your biggest fundraiser?
Actually, our winter campaign is probably our biggest fundraiser. It's just a mailing campaign, and then Derby Days is right there, right behind it. So, yeah.
Very good. Awesome. Good stuff. Well, Chris, like I said, as we look to the new year, you talked about the banking program. Remind us what that's all about. What goes on there?
Absolutely. This is for kids in Clinton Elementary School, and with parent permission, they open an account in the banking program, and they're allowed to save money. And for each milestone of saving, they get little awards, which they love. And what's cool is the tellers are 5th grade students, and so they help the kids make their deposits. One child has saved up $2,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's really pretty cool. So they are able to keep that money in that account till 5th grade, and then I think the funds are released back to the student. The other part that goes behind the scenes is that there's financial literacy programs that are provided to elementary students as well as older students, and that's done by the staff at the F&B, and that just enhances students' awareness about why it's important to understand finances to save some money.
Yeah.
And so we're able to instill that basic skill, hopefully, early on in life. So.
Yeah, definitely. Now, so my 4th grader will be a 5th grader next year, and she's going to be a teller.
Oh, cool.
Her one of her teachers had encouraged her to do that. Is there an incentive for those individuals? Like, should I be on the lookout for whatever Grace might be bringing home or something like that?
Well, she'll participate every other week working as a teller. And I know they get T-shirts and sometimes at the end of year. I don't know if there's anything else, but the tellers are great to work with. They are just super kids. Loads of fun. We get to know them through the year.
Well, you're going to have to get Grace out of her shell a little bit. She can be a little quiet, so just a heads up there. Chris, let's wrap up with how do folks learn more about all things CCEF?
Yeah, follow us on Facebook, Clinton Community Education Foundation, or go to our website, ccef.org or ccef15.org.
Easy enough. Chris Shaffer with the Clinton Community Education Foundation is my guest in studio. Thank you for this, Chris, today. We'll talk again soon. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Network news comes your way next on The Morning Show.